Is this shotgun the most feature-packed, high-quality, semi-auto waterfowl shotgun on the market? Today, we're gonna put that to the test. It is the Retay ACE, brand new for 2025. And if this shotgun does half of what Retay says it will, we're in for a treat. Are you ready? Let's go. I'm excited about this one today, guys. The Retay ACE was announced at SHOT Show 2025. So earlier this year, I've only got hands-on once and shot it, and that was at Shotgun Fest. I liked what I felt at Shotgun Fest, but today we gotta dive deep because Retay says a lot about this gun. And you maybe notice I got two of them. It's the Retay ACE R, raised, humpback, receiver design, and then just the Retay ACE that has the rounded back. Only difference between the two, we got both of them. We'll probably end up shooting both of them. And I would like to hear from you guys. Which one do you like better? Do you like that rounded design or do you like that humpback design? I think I'm a little partial to the humpback design. But let's dive into this shotgun and really see if this is so value packed. $1049 MSRP, like I already mentioned, that's a very reasonable price point for a gun that has this much going on. Just to name a couple quick things, it's got deep bore drilled barrel. It's got a lengthened forcing cone, oversized controls, cutout loading port, the airy butt pad. But probably the biggest thing that they claim about this shotgun is that it will cycle from 1 ounce loads, target loads, to 3.5-inch magnum hunting loads reliably. I don't know. I'm curious to see if it could actually do that. But let's jump into the specs. Like we mentioned, $1049 MSRP. That's on the 12 gauge for the R and the regular one. By the way, this is available in 20 gauge as well, which is super exciting. I think that'd be fun to try. And they might come out with the 28 gauge. I've heard rumors of that. The ACE runs the patented Inertia Plus bolt system. And you might think, well, the Inertia bolt system's been around for a long time. Yes, but Retay changed something so that, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, some of the Inertia guns, if they get jarred like that, they're not fully into battery, and then you go to press the trigger and you hear the click, but you don't hear the boom. And that's a problem. That is the classic Inertia click. But with Retay's design, there's a torsion spring or something like that that even if you go like that, it fully goes into battery. And we'll probably look at that a little bit later in the video. Specs, specs, specs. What we're looking at here, length of pull, distance from the trigger to the butt end is 14.5 inches. Distance from here to here. That fits me pretty well. I'm about a 15-inch length of pull, just under, but for a hunting gun, about 14.5 is gonna fit well, especially I'm generally not hunting ducks in t-shirts, although I have, and that's kind of fun too. I usually have more layers on. As far as the drop at the comb, it is adjustable. It does come with some different shims that allow you to adjust the drop, and I think a little bit of cast. There's only a few shims in there, I think four shims, if memory serves me right. Don't quote me on that, but you have some adjustability there, which is really nice, and it's super simple. All you have to do is pop off the airy butt pad, which is pretty dang cool, actually. We'll get to that in a little bit. 1/2-inch deep socket, pop that, pull off the stock, throw your different shim in between the receiver and the stock, put the bolt back on, boom, you're hot to trot, pretty simple. I raised the comb on this gun, on the R, I didn't on that one. So this one should fit me a little bit better. 26 or 28-inch barrel options on these shotguns. As far as weight, I think they say 7.2 pounds on the website. It is a lighter gun. It feels, actually, let's look at the balance. I'm curious about that. If I can get my hand in a level spot. Pretty well balanced overall. The wind's blowing out here. That's making it a little bit challenging. Pretty lively though. I mean, if I slide my hand just a 1/16 of an inch, it's rolling different. If I two-finger it, pretty well balanced. Weight-wise, 7.2. Let's not take their word for it. Let's check it out. Put it on the old scale, coming out at 7 pounds, 3 ounces. There we go. And trigger-wise, let's take a peek at that. Huh, feels all right. A little bit of pre-travel to it. A little spongy. There we go. I'm gonna guess on this trigger, we're looking at 6-ish pounds. And you can take that to the bank, because one thing has been proven over the years, I'm pretty spot on when it comes to trigger pull weights. And if you don't know, I'm being sarcastic, you haven't watched many of my videos before, let's check it out. Ready? 6 pounds was the guess. We're pulling over 5, 7, 5 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, not bad. I was pretty close. Ooh, a little heavier. 6 pounds, 5 ounces. Let's do one more. We're getting a little inconsistency there. I got to make sure that I'm doing it the same every time. I like to try to pull square, straight back. If we're going for 6 pounds, that's as close as you get without actually getting 6 pounds. That's 5 pounds, 15.9 ounces. We're right around a 6 pound trigger. I think that's pretty safe to say. Decent feeling trigger, a little bit of pre-travel there. Nothing too crazy to get wound up about, but it feels pretty good. All right, let's jump into the ergonomics of this shotgun. That is the look, the feel, the form, the function. And we'll start right here at the butt end with Retay's airy butt pad. This is one thing they say really helps reduce felt recoil. And I gotta say, a lot of manufacturers, even on $2,000 guns, don't put a lot into their butt pads. Of course, we love Falcon Strikes. When we really love a gun, we'll put a Falcon Strike on it because they are hard to beat, but this looks pretty cool. Love how it pops on and off, but I am curious how that holds up over time. If you have experience with this design, how is that held up on your shotgun? Specifically, if you have a Retay. Moving forward on the stock, we have a rubber comb that is soft. You will be curious to see how that holds up over time as well. I'm just not gonna be able to say in this video because it's just one day that we're testing this. On the grip feels pretty good. I had the same kind of issue with the Masai Mara, is my hand rubs on the receiver. Now, I gotta admit, I shot this off camera, warmed up. I was smoking clays and it was shooting so nice. I didn't notice it, but if you look here, when I get into the grip, my hand is rubbing right across the receiver. Now that part of the receiver is angled down, so it doesn't feel crazy uncomfortable, but it's just a note there. The grips feel good. I really like the contours on the fore-end coming through here. So whether you hold here, you can get a good firm grip, hold here. I like it. It's basic. It is just the hard polymer, hard plastic essentially, which I've noticed, like if my hands are really dry, that can get kind of slippery. It's a humid day today. My hands are wet, so no big issues there. Looking at the receiver, I do like the humpback design. I do also notice that there is a channel cut in the top of the receiver here. So really that goes flat with the rib all the way back to the back end of this humpback. It gives you an extended sight plane. Just for comparison's sake, let's pick up this one. It does look a little different. Just visually, I kind of like the humpback. Some of y'all are gonna love this design more. Again, put it down in the comments. We'll keep moving forward. Drilled and tapped. So if we want a turkey hunt, add an optic, we can do that. I like the design. This is the extra black shotgun. Why it's extra black, I don't know. That's what they call it. They do offer a couple camo options as well. It is the Mossy Oak Bottomland and the Realtree Max 7. But if we look at the receiver, very modern lines. I like the cutout. It says Air Control Extreme R on this one. Oversized bolt handle. Like the design of that. Super easy to use. I like the bolt release, the paddle style. You can just smack that. Safety. I wouldn't say oversized, but very adequately sized crossbolt safety on the rear side of the trigger. That is reversible, by the way. They do not make a left-handed version or a youth version of this as of filming, but the safety is reversible. Trigger guard and the opening, adequate. Not huge, but I mean, plenty of space if you had gloves to get in there. I like that. Now, if we look at the bottom of the receiver, you can see it's cut out right there and a little bit rounded, milled out. I like that. It should make it easier to load. In theory, we shall see. Let's grab a few shells here. It's not super rounded, but there's no hard edges. I really like that. I kind of wish they would have cut this out a little further. As you can see, or as you can't see, the base of the hull, the base of the shell. So you really kind of have to get your thumb in there a little further. But the way it's designed, it's actually still really, really easy. So no big gripes there. Very nice design, looks very clean, functions well. Hey, I got a question. I believe the Masai Mara did this. I don't know if this does. Oh, it does. Look at that. Haha. So if we have a round in the magazine tube and you push down the lifter and then you take the bolt release and pull it backwards, it actually kicked the shell out right to me. Like that feature a lot. Flat vented rib, small fiber bead on the front, clean looking gun. Balance wise, we already kind of looked at that. Well balanced gun. It's lively in the hands. If you like that, long sighting plane, I'm excited to shoot it. I think that's exactly what we should do right now. We should look at recoil and reliability, because one of the big things that Retay touts about this gun is those two things. The recoil. It's got lighter recoil than you would expect out of an inertia gun, and generally inertia guns have some pop. Like, I can tell the difference. All else equal versus a gas gun, inertia guns are gonna have a little bit more felt recoil. And generally also, all else equal, they're not quite as reliable on a wide range of shells, going from lighter target loads to heavier game loads. Now, there's variations in that. Gas guns aren't all created equal. There's different systems. Some are really good, some aren't. But this gun's made in Turkey, by the way, and I know what some of you are already thinking. Nothing good comes out of Turkey, and I'll say that's not true. There are some trash guns that come out of Turkey, and there's some really good guns that come out of Turkey. And when we're looking at the MSRP of $1049, this might be one of those guns that is reasonably priced that you get a ton out of, but it's too early to make that call. Let's start out with some Federal Top Gun. These are 1 1/8 ounce, 1,200 feet per second, 3 dram equivalent. And we're just gonna wrap off 3 rounds here. Feels moderately well. You know, most of you aren't shooting air, you're shooting birds of one type or another. So let's go over here to our Chromatic 1 machine. So going away target. Oh yeah, I crushed that one. Let's try the 2 target. This is a left to right coming across. Ooh, that shoots nice. Let's get one more. Let's try the 3 target. This is left to right, high flyer coming across. Oh, man. Every target that I hit was crushed really, really well. Super excited about that. By the way, forgot to mention, choke tubes. This comes with 5 flush mounted choke tubes. It is the Cryo Plus system. In the box, we have our shims to adjust our comb. We have some swivel studs to add a sling. And we got our 5 choke tubes. I'm eventually switch this out for Carlson's. By the way, guys, whether it's eyes, ears, choke tubes, we use a lot of different products, and there's certain products we just really love. And we put those down in the description. Some of them are partners. And this content would not get made without our partners. So if you like the products and you see value in it, go ahead and give them a purchase, and that helps support this channel. That was 1 1/8 ounce. No issues there. I thought I had, yes, I got some Federal Masterclass. These are 1 ounce shells. Now they are 3 dram equivalent, traveling 1,250 feet per second. Let's give these a whirl. We got the 6 quartering target. Ooh, that shoots nice. Let's go for the 4 target. Getting out there a ways, but coming in. Oh, yeah. 1 ounce targets, no issues. Wow, that feels great. Okay, those are target loads, no issues there. Let's get into some hunting loads. I got the Federal Ultra Steel. This is a double stack load, 2s and 4s. We made a video about this, so if you're curious on what that is, 3-inch shells, 1,450 feet per second. This is gonna have a little more punch, I'm sure. But let's see how this gun handles it. Oh, Hey, that felt really good, actually. Really good, actually. Holy smokes. And the 3. Bam. See ya. This is smoking. Coming in. It's got a little more pop, but it's straight back. Really no issues there on the 3-inch. Let's jump up to the Federal Speed Shock 3.5-inch, 1,500 feet per second. Big boys. Let's run these targets, go for that 4, 3.5 inchers here. What shot is this? BB out of Improved Mod. Packs a wallop, but it's actually not too bad compared to a lot of 3.5-inch guns I've shot. Now I missed that 4. I gotta get this 4. Just see it, move to it. Bam. That feels great, guys. I am not gonna lie, super impressed. Holy smokes. But the one thing we didn't check, I'm not sure it's gonna do this, but we're gonna check it out from the hip. Will it cycle? With a firm grip, it cycles from the hip. Super impressed with the reliability of this shotgun, just a wide range of loads that we were able to shoot through it. I'm super impressed with the recoil, how it managed the recoil on all those different rounds. Wow. Really, really cool, guys. But is it quality? That's something we're gonna look at here. Just quality of builds. And what I've seen from the Retay guns, they are nicely done, nicely made. Barrel and fore-end can come off together. That's hot. Bolt nicely slides out. Their bolt looks great, solid. Hey, oh, check this out. If you wanna take the trigger out, there's a little button right here. It's kind of a pain, it's right by the safety, but when you get it just right, look at that trigger. No pins, pops right out. Look how simple that is. Really nicely done. Looks like quality materials, machining. I mean, the whole thing looks solid. I doubt there's gonna be any quality issues, but hey, I'm not gonna sit here and shoot 10,000 rounds today, so let us know if you've had any issues. Let us know if your guns ran great. Just generally let us know if you have experience with the Retay ACE. To get this trigger back in, push the bolt release. That moves the shell latch to the side. That can pop right back in. Oh, simple. I absolutely love how easy these are to take apart. I clean this gun as I do every gun before I do reviews and back together. Sometimes the fore-end can be a little bit finicky to get in there, but everything comes together really nicely once it is together. Nice and tight, great lines, great finish. To me, it looks like a really good quality shotgun. Quality build, I think, is spectacular. This gun has been shooting really straight for me, been crushing targets. I think I mentioned earlier, it's got a lengthened forcing cone and a deep bore drilled barrel. Lengthened forcing cone can help reduce felt recoil as well as improve pattern performance. I've shot Retays. Generally, they have really good pattern performance. The rounds you use can make a difference, so we're not gonna get super detailed. What we are gonna do is get into speed shooting, because I think that's really gonna tell us how everything comes together. The trigger, the operating, the recoil pad, the balance, just everything comes together when we speed shoot on the clock. So let's get to it. We're ready to go. Let's see how fast we can run them. That wasn't super fast. Bad mount, 145. Ooh, that was fast. I cheated a little bit, threw a little bit early. That's a .84. My splits weren't crazy fast. 2-1 and a 2-2 split. Trigger, with that pre-travel, it's getting me just a little bit. Trigger, 107, 2-4, 2-1 split. I'd like to be running that faster. I do feel like it's the trigger, maybe just hold me up a little bit. Practically speaking, that's not a big deal unless you're trying to speed shoot. Well, guys, I am super impressed with the Retay ACE. For the money, what you are getting in this package is pretty dang awesome. A very comfortable shooting gun that handles a wide range of loads from 1 ounce to 3.5 inch magnum hunting loads. Like, that is pretty dang awesome. We did run into a little bit of issue running the target loads really fast. That doesn't surprise me. No one's gonna be shooting that fast if you're hunting, unless you're doing exhibitions, which you're not, because that's what I do. You don't need to do it. Other than that, just for any practical terms of hunting, field application, some clay shooting even, this gun is an all-around awesome gun. Very impressed. It's actually blown me away. So I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. I know some of you are gonna say, Made in Turkey, don't love that. Well, guess what? go ahead and spend $2 grand on a shotgun that's equivalent to this. That's not made in Turkey. That's fine, that's your prerogative, and I don't care. But for $1049 MSRP, this just might make our list this fall for best semi-auto shotguns, best bang for the buck, best on a budget. I don't know what category yet, but I have a feeling it might make it there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya.